Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Texas Hotspot and welcome to Friday Night Fire. If you're finding yourself looking at me, that means you've decided to pop on over and hang out with us here tonight. After a long, busy work week or a long week doing what you do, you decided to come hang out with us. And I, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate that. We go live about an hour. If you got an hour to spare, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Right off the bat, what's up, Sip? I see you in here as always. What's going on, buddy? And we got Kevin. What's going on, Miohana? Kevin over there living on the island. I don't know if Kevin knows this, but I lived in Hawaii for 4 years over on Oahu. I was living in Mililani Town. Maybe that's something we can talk about on the side. And Stefan, what's up, Stefan? Thank you guys for showing up. We appreciate you. So before we get going, the usual routine when we get going on Friday Night Fires, I come on, I say hello, welcome here, and then I start bringing on my co-hosts. Well, the problem with that tonight is the co-hosts are kind of all tied up, which is, it happens, with family, you got families and you got plans, and that's totally understandable. So they had other arrangements that they had to do. We will be joined by Brandon Honeyboy Collins. He's on his way home, I believe. So he should be here later on. But you know what? We're not here for me or Brandon or Midge or Chris. We're actually here because every Friday, most Fridays, we like to go and highlight a certain chili head in the community that's making noise and, just to get to know a little bit about them, what they're about and, where they're from and all that good stuff. So instead of bringing in my co-host, I'm going to move right to the guest of the evening. It's the reason you guys are all here today watching Friday Night Fire. Ladies and gentlemen from Gloversville, New York, also the same exact place I was born. We were probably born in the same hospital, Nathan Latour Hospital. We'll talk about that in a second. What's going on? Uncle Bullcow.
That's right. In the building. What's up, everybody? How you doing out there?
Oh, man. We're so honored and pleased to have you, buddy, because my mom's also in the house, and my mother, who was also born and raised in Gloversville in Johnstown. So my mother can relate to a couple things that we lost him. There he is. Okay, there you go. So my mother can relate to a couple things also that we talk about. If we start talking about Gloversville, she'll probably know. We were already talking about a couple things, Mom, and I'm sure I told them that you worked at a glove factory with Nola. Maybe you can put in the comments what glove factory that was, because he was wondering that. But anyways, what's going on, Leela? I see you up, Leela, in the house saying what's up to Uncle Bullcow. We are
Today's adventure,
buddy. So real quick, I'm going to move into this. This is something I wanted to get right out of the bat. You are killing it this year with League of Fire, huh? You're going. I mean, I don't know if it's something that you're planning on staying solid and go, but right now you're number 2 in the world.
Yeah, I was number 1 until 6 o'clock tonight. So the Cuber knocked me out. Me and him battled it out last year, and then finally he got the best of me at the later on. But yeah, I didn't join League of Fire until it was after Thanksgiving last year.
Yeah.
And so I jumped in, and I don't have a crazy tolerance, but I was able to do smaller challenges and do more multiples and play around. And so yeah, I got my way up there last year pretty quick, and I was in the top 5 in the first, I think 30, I was in the maybe 30, 45 days. So I was able to jump up pretty quick last year. And then I kind of, I was trying to start my house company. So I kind of had run out of money for challenges towards the end of the season. But I had a few laying around, some leftovers, and then I bought a couple that, some cheaper stuff. And I had last week off, so I jumped in and did a bunch of different little ones, And yeah, it's a good time. I love it.
So we got late for work in here. He says that you fake challenges and you use crystals instead of pepper powder. How do you take these allegations, sir?
No, I only use crystals in certain challenges. They're for the elite, the people that I can give them. I give them a straight brick of powder, and it's not gonna. But But I got pods here. Jason don't eat peppers, so
Oh, he brought pods, ladies and gentlemen. We usually
Yeah,
get
Jason
we usually get spicy on the show, so you knew something was happening. So hey, it's really good everybody's in here. All right, so I wanted to get that out of the way. I just wanted to congratulate you on your first push of League of Fire. We know that you're obviously making an impact, and we see you, buddy. You're doing great. Now let's get into what I like to usually start off with. Because most people know who Uncle Bullcow is, but who's Chris Pantalone?
So that's my government. That's my government name.
All right. But where
Well,
are you from? Where are you from? Where you hail from? Give us a little bit
yeah,
about your background, and what do you do? What do you like to do? You married? You got kids? Floor is yours,
the
sir.
whole nine, all the above. So yeah, so I was born and raised in the G Love. I'm from Gloversville, New York, same town as Zach. Grew up there, and I was as little kid, 3, 4, 5. I was eating whatever I get my hands on, which was back in the early '70s, mid '70s, was only pepperoncinis and Frank's Red Hot, so nothing with any real heat. And when I was maybe 7 or 8, I think I was 7. The parents would they bring us to our grandparents for the weekend, and they'd go out and party, and we loved being at the grandparents. They spoiled us. All of a sudden, it's a Saturday in the summer, so it was still light out, probably maybe 6, 7 at night. There comes my father through the door. I'm like surprised to see him because he's not going to pick us up till Sunday night. And he comes walking up and he's like, "You got to try this." And he hands me this little pepper. And instead of biting it, I popped the whole thing in my mouth, went like this. And he goes, "No," like that. And I already had it chewed, man. And I said, "It's not even hot." And right when I said hot, when the T on that word hot hit, I was in panic mode. And this chili, me and my wife had it twice since I've been an adult. And I wish I would have saved seeds, but it's probably about 150,000 Scoville units. And as a kid, eating that just put me in panic mode. Both ears burned. I screamed, but I loved the taste and I liked the burn. And I said, "Oh," so I found out this guy, old Gus LaMantia, he lived right next to the old Reliable Auto Parts, which is across from the car wash on South Main. So the one down by
yeah, I know South Main.
So right by almost to Manor House. Well, he lived in that house across the street where there was a building next door, and he had a pepper garden. He grew really hot jalapenos, and he grew these little, like Thai chilies, but they're longer and they're all different colors. And at one point, I had a paper route there. He would give me bags of peppers as my tip. And then when I went into, like when I was in middle school, I remember in 8th grade, I would just stop by there and Gus would just hand me peppers left and right. And I would take them to school and burn the teachers and my classmates. So it's been a long road. So I've been burning. I've never had a great, crazy high tolerance, but I eat spicy. Everything every day is spicy. So.
Absolutely.
And I got a family. I got kids. I got my wife, Mrs. Bullcow. She's the true chili beast of the family.
I've seen a couple videos of her in it. Yeah, she can get some down, man. But Uncle Bullcow's nothing to mess with. Actually, real quick, we got a couple questions here that Late for Work is really interested in this episode. So we got a couple questions here. So he first wants to know this: what is pepper? Can you answer that? What is pepper? Yeah, what is pepper? Well, a pepper would be a fruit that comes from a plant, and it could be mild, spicy, or no heat at all, actually, when it gets down here. But there you go. There's an example of a pepper, Late for Work. Okay. Next question from Late for Work. Does Bullcow goot boot? Do you puke when you throw up, or do you puke when you eat too many peppers or challenges, sir?
No, I wish I could. I can't puke worth I haven't puked in I don't know, probably 25 years, 30 years.
Wow.
I just can't. I can't make myself. I tried. I got a little bit like when I did Jason's cat bar. My stomach got hit really weird. It's the first time I've had chocolate with that much spice in it, so the mixture it hit me. I actually had a nice sized bite of it left. I didn't finish it, but I did pretty good. But I drank so much milk that I got like a little bubble here, and I got a little bit of it out. Like I tasted the chocolate, but I couldn't puke. It's just like the whatever I forgot what you call that.
Indigestion.
No.
Yeah, it was like, but I can't. No, I wish I could throw up because I would do harder challenges, but not throwing up. My stomach is I'm a sissy, man. I hate calf cramps, man.
Yeah, I did that. I was fortunate enough to get to do the cat bar, and I'll tell you what, I goop booted. I definitely goop booted on that one. Another question. I'm going to knock these questions out. I do like to include the chat. They have questions for you. How does the Killer Queen 2 rank on your scale, Uncle Bullcow?
I'll never do it again. I got one right here, and luckily this one is a gift, and it's signed Uncle Bullcow. This one Shahina sent me. But I was the first person. I was the first person to try this god awful thing, and first of all, I got a killer burn from it because I had ice cold milk, and I was worried about my stomach. And while I was burning from it, I started drinking milk, and it put me into panic mode. So I got burned more than probably anybody else from this. But then I drove back to the hotel, and I called my wife. I said, I'm in trouble. And she was like, what'd you do? And I said this. And yeah, the cramps was the worst thing I ever experienced in my life.
The taste is good, though. And it's good for you to do if they can throw up.
Yeah, she did one. But it got her stomach real bad. She puked it up in her nose. She had Killer Queen coming out of her nose.
Oh,
even the next day, brown stuff.
Yes. I've only puked from just like once or twice, maybe 2.5 times, because I can't really do a good job of it. But I knew how bad the cramps would be for that, so I tried, but I only got a little bit up, and then it went up my nose. So
have her come on real quick and say hi to our guests real quick.
She's not dressed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's not dressed. Otherwise, I'd have her come on and eat a special pepper that I'm going to have her eat. Maybe I'll have her do it on film.
I mean, I can go get dressed, but I'm supposed to be feeding my kids. Sorry.
Yeah, she's giving the late night snack.
You're fine. Absolutely. We understand completely. All right. So now that we got to know a little bit about who Chris is, now let's start getting into Uncle Bullcow. When did you first, this is usually a question I ask everybody. So you said you joined League of Fire around Thanksgiving last year, but when did you first start really eating spicy food and watching spicy content on YouTube? When did it really start interesting you to get into social media?
Okay, so years went by. I always ate when the habanero first came available in Gloversville. You know, that was the thing, and so I've always done that. I made hot sauce a few times back then, but then I was out in the streets, man. I mean, I'm not ashamed to tell anybody because it's my past, but I was on drugs for years, and I was just I was one of those people. I was that Gloversville guy, but the corrupter. But anyways, I was kind of out of the scene for a while. I remember did you remember, I know you've been to Hot Stuff by Lunatics in Crossgates Mall. Remember the hot sauce store?
Absolutely. I've been to Crossgates Mall, Rotterdam Mall, all those malls, dude. I don't remember what stores I've been to in those malls, but I'm pretty sure I have. Hold up a second. What is this going on?
Hey guys.
Where you at, honey?
What's
boy?
up?
I'm on my way home right now.
Are you?
Traffic,
it's light.
Huh?
Is that sunlight where you are?
Yeah, it's still a little bit sunny out.
It's dark here. It's been dark for a couple hours. Wow.
Yeah, he's over in Colorado.
Yeah, so I'll be home in like 10 minutes. All right.
All right, buddy.
And
all right, brother. Jump on with us.
All right,
sounds
man.
good.
See you then.
All right, love you guys.
All right, later, bud.
Love you, man.
All
right, so I was out of the chili scene for a while. I met my wife. I'll tell you, our first date, we went to an Indian restaurant, and I said, I want this, and I said, I want it as hot as you can make it. And the guy said, no, you don't. And I said, yes, I do. And he said, you're going to pay for it no matter what. I said, of course. If it's too hot for me to eat, I'll still pay for it. I said, I want that as hot. And they said, what about you, ma'am? And she said, the same as him. And then he goes, what about like spice? You don't want it spicy. Like she goes, I want it the same as him. And so I knew right then she was a chili head. I used to try to burn her. We lived at the beach. We lived on Topsail Island. And right after we got married and moved there, and I remember like I bought dried ghost chilies and I would put them in a curry, but then when I'd scoop out the whole rehydrated ones in her bowl. And she's sitting there and she's like, you tried to burn me, didn't you? And I'm like, Yeah, she like, I'm fine. And so anyways, this went on, and we couldn't really, we were out of it. Like, we were not, this whole time, 2016, 17, 18, we didn't know this world existed. Okay. We were kind of in this bubble. We were buying hot sauce from the store. We were buying dried ghost chilies and trying to ramp stuff up. And then I think in 2019, though, the first YouTuber we ever seen was Shahina.
Okay.
So we watched a couple of her videos. I followed her on Facebook. I share her stuff once in a while. And then I seen her battle in Johnny Scoville, so that I knew who he was. And then it was 2021. I went to, that's when the rabbit hole really started. Okay. We took a drive down to Pucker Butt. We met Bella. We bought a bunch of hot sauces. Mr. Bullcow puked outside Pucker Butt on the ground, on the cement, the sidewalk, right there in downtown Fort Mill. Her first calf cramps. Yeah. So we met Belle. We got a bunch of these hot sauces, the hottest stuff they had. We then went to the Oxford chili contest, and the one that we just went to with Ryan and Liella. So 21. Yeah, we went there. Miss Bullcow got in on the pepper eating contest. I met Johnny Scoville. He was there. I gave him a bottle of hot sauce. And so that was when everything just started. And I just was making sauces. I grew peppers for years, but 21 was the first year I grew super hots. And
Absolutely.
yeah, then the rabbit hole, it's never ending.
So that actually brings up a good segue into some of the questions I had planned to ask you tonight. And one of the biggest ones I want to ask you and talk about are your products that you actually make. So these are all products. We're talking your sauces, we're talking your challenges, we're talking your snacks challenge, your snack products that you have. So are these all made at home by you, or are they a double team of you and your wife making them? Where do these ideas come from? Talk a little bit about your products.
Okay, so right now, my first three, I got them right here. These are my first three commercial sauces. They just dropped. I'll just explain a little about these, and I'll explain how I got to them. So this one is Vicious Verde. This is not like your average Verde. It's hot. It's made with lemon ghost peppers, banana pepper, and a little bit of jalapeno. So it's not muddy. It's very bright tasting, and it's for Johnny said that medium for a chili head, but a regular person just will light them up. So then we have that Blazing Bonnet, and I use very select Scotch bonnets for this, Papa Dreddies, MOAs, and a little KSLS. And so this is actually it's hotter than it's hotter than even a habanero sauce. There's some hobs in this too, yellow and orange, but it's mostly just tastes just like straight bonnet mash. And then the Mad Mash is a this one is made with is like it's a non-fermented version of my first hot sauce ever made, but this one is using yellow reapers and fatales and habanero, and it gets its orange color from I put a red bell pepper and I put reaper powder in it, because otherwise it would be the same color as this. Okay, so and this is my baby right here. So this one's hotter than the other two, but we literally just launched them last week. And so the website's there. You can find on my Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And we're just doing a 3-pack to start off right now. It's 10% off. We got other sauces planned.
Real quick, what is that website? And then keep going.
Yeah, it's Uncle-Bullcow .square.site. So it's just a Square site.
Gotcha.
And so this is our first time actually producing. I'm certified. I'm insured, $2 million insurance. I took the acidified foods course, got the process authority letters, the whole thing. So I'm 100% legit. Tax number, all that good stuff. But so I was kind of debating whether to do that or not. I was going to do it last year, but the commercial kitchen I was looking into was too expensive. It was only meant for kind of full-time people. So I put it off, but I have a USDA certified farmer that grows pods for me for the sauces. I grow peppers too, but my stuff is more just to play around with. You know, it's personal stuff, and I'll make powders. That's what I've got now is the dehydrator's been on for the past 2 days. And I'm not much of a breeder. I crossed a couple peppers. One color variant of one came out good, but it's not my thing. But I do make challenges. But it's basically like it's kind of like Cap Crew stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you make it for your friends, you watch them burn and whatnot. I haven't put any challenges out yet. I'll be honest with you. I talked to a couple people about this, Jason and Thomas. I've talked to a few people about this recently, and I'm going to be honest that people are scared of my challenges. There's something that I don't know if I can ever come out with something if it's a sell, because I mean, I'll put an idea out there. Hey, who would try this? You do it, hey, who would be interested in this? And it's like 30, 40 people say me. Then when I make it, it's like I make 10 because I know it, all of them. And then I have a hard time giving away the 10, Then I got people that got challenges of mine sitting on our shelf for 6 months to a year. So I made some really brutal ones. I went a little bit too far. And I mean, yeah, I've made stuff where I've sent it out and then I've called people and said, hey, don't do that. I'm scared it's gonna hurt you really bad, and please don't do it. So anyways, yeah, but I mean, I do like making them. I've made some really good stuff that is original, and I think that if I toned it down, it'd be a good thing. Well, every like holiday season, I make a fudge challenge, and I absolutely love it. I love the fudge, but I think if I toned it down a little bit, made it more user friendly. So maybe something will come in the future with that. But right now, I am certified for sauce. And it's easy to get the other stuff. That's nowhere near as hard as this. This was the hardest of any product to make in North Carolina. This is it. So you have to take a 20-hour acidified foods course, serve safe course. They charged me $900 for the same nutritional panel for all three sauces, exactly the same as $900. So it's a little bit of a process, but I did it for the people that wanted me to do it. People said, do it. And, I said, all right, I'm here now.
Yeah, I have to admit, unfortunately, and as a bad host that has a guest on that he's talking to, should never admit to this, but I don't think I have had an Uncle Bullcow product. I will fix that after the show. We will get together, and I will fix that. Now that I'm seeing that you have them sauces out, and I've been warned about your challenges too. Yeah. Even as a chili head, competitive chili head as myself, even I through word of mouth am scared of some of your products. Real quick,
I'm scared of them.
So Casually Roasting, we just wanted to let you know he does still have his goldfish, and he's gonna be doing them soon. And also a really good.
You don't have to.
A really good question up here from Miguel Torres. He says, "Who do you think is going to be winning the next America's Belt match held in Baltimore, Maryland?"
Oh my Lord, I don't know. Listen, okay, so I don't know. This is going to be one of the most interesting ones. I have called every single match, everyone. Okay. Even Zestfest on, all right? This is before me and you really knew each other, but I called when you were going to tap out. I'm sorry, but I literally have just say, this guy's going out next, then this one, then this one, then this one. It's going to be these two left on stage, and then he could win, or he's probably going to win. But I literally called, all the Michael, Chris, Mike Jack before that with his speed round. I called every one of them. Every belt match there's been in the past year and some change, I've called them. And then even called the chili eating contest here, with Ryan and Ben. I'm like, perfect. I'm like, I don't care who's there. It's going to be those two. And it was cool. They both took a trophy home, and it was great. But this one in Baltimore is going to be a different one, okay? I think Ryan has just so much potential, but I don't know how he's going to do with those chugs thrown in the middle, because I don't know. I'm not familiar with how he does with them. I've never done one with him, or I'm not sure. And Thomas hasn't done a lot of chugs, but he can handle heat like crazy. So as far as throwing those chugs, and I know that Primo Army, I got it right here in my fridge. It's brutal. Now you put that and the Ruthless Reaper on your stomach in the middle of a pod contest, it's going to be pandemonium. So I can't really call it, but I've got a lot of faith in Thomas. I got a lot of faith in Ryan, and Jason. I don't know. Jason impressed me last year. He knows what I'm talking about. We were at a private match, and I was very proud of Jason. I never thought he could accomplish what he did there in front of me. And some of the other people, not as familiar with, but I think it's anybody's game. You know, Leella could take it, you know? I mean, she just did this one. She did really good.
She's a beast. Yes, she's a beast. She will be the only female competing in this belt match, but she's a beast. I actually had the chance of watching her compete. She's actually got to compete alongside her in the last belt match, so that was awesome. And also her husband. We're talking about Ryan and Leela Baumgarter from Today's Adventure, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is a good time to just let everybody know that next week, September 22nd, we will be having on Today's Adventure as our guest and get to know a little bit more about them next week. So we're actually talking about them now. I just want to pull this up real quick. Casually roasting Matt, he thinks that the next one's going to come down to Thomas Ryan and Jason Pettibone, and that's pretty much what Uncle Bullcow just said. So
it's exactly what I said in that order.
So I mean, I guess you guys calls it like you sees it, you know?
Yeah. Well, Steven the hot sauce guy, I'm not too familiar with him, but I know he crushes challenges. Now, I just don't know where he's at with pods. I haven't seen any of his videos in a while. So you got to understand something, okay? There is people out there that could just annihilate. They could just annihilate this plate full of peppers, right? Pretty darn good. They'd be burning off it, but they can get through it. But they would have a hard time with this, okay? So
yeah.
There's some people that are like that. They're just better at pods. Me, I can eat this stuff, and I get burned. I get rocked pretty easy. But you get into these, and I lose it, man. It's something that happens in my throat from fresh pods, and I literally go into a panic mode like nothing else, man. I will take cap crystals over fresh pods if I had to, in competitive-wise, any day. I don't like the stomach problems, but as far as the mouth burn goes, cap crystals.
Is it the taste? Is it the heat? Or is it the stomach that gets to you?
So it's the throat burn. So
gotcha.
with powder, it takes a lot more of it to give me a throat burn. Okay.
Gotcha.
So I don't get the throat burn that bad. Now my mouth gets wrecked from anything, but that I can usually deal with, you know, somewhat. I get it just like anybody else does. But I get this throat burn. I didn't always sound like this. My voice was a lot smoother. In 20, I guess you'd say it, 2003 or 4. Well, wait a second. You might let me. Did you go to Johnstown High or Gloversville?
I went to both Johnstown High School and Gloversville High School.
You probably know one of my baby's mamas then. But anyways, but Heather Lemire was that's my middle baby mama. She went to Johnstown. She's the same age as you. But we went to this reggaeton party with all these Puerto Ricans in a barn in Fort Plain. Okay, so now it's just, you know, that's upstate New York. It's awesome like that. You just run into the craziest things. But we were drinking and screaming and just, you know, partying. And then the next day it was like Halloween. We took our kids trick-or-treating up there on Kingsborough Ave and Melchers Park, you know. And I ended up catching a cold, but my throat hurt from screaming all night. But anyways, I caught this cold and I lost my voice after that for a month. And there's actually somewhere in this house are CDs because I was a DJ. I made mixtapes too. So what's up, Midge? But I lost my voice for a month straight. And then when I got it back, it was just super raspy. And it took about 6 months to heal after that. But it's always felt it's always felt raw, you know. And I've never really went to a nose, throat, ear specialist. I went once and they said it's all messed up. And, you know, they thought it might heal eventually. But so something's wrong with my throat. So I get a throat burn from pods really bad.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Building. Yeah.
So look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We looks like we got one of our co-hosts on. Are you home, Mitch? Are you here for the rest of the show?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the show, Mitch.
Oh, my son wasn't feeling good. He had to go throw up in the bathroom at the little thing, and I don't know. So we came.
I hope
home.
he feels better. I hope he feels better, buddy.
Yeah,
So anyways,
he's good
Mitch,
now.
welcome to the show, Midge. We've been sitting here talking to Uncle Bullcow, been talking a bunch of stuff about his products, about his past, about his lovely wife, and I do believe you said you had kids.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I got four daughters.
Ooh-wee.
All girls.
All girls. Yep.
Me too, buddy. Me too. I got two girls.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got two down here with me, two young ones, and then I got my two oldest girls are in New York. They're grown up, so.
See you later, Matt. All right, so we're moving. Welcome to the show, Midge. We're going to start moving on in about 30 minutes. So right about this point in the show, when we have guests on, we usually give our guests a moment to say anything that they want to say on their mind, promote any product or anything that they have coming up in the future. So now, Uncle Bullcow, before we get into kind of having fun with Spice and talking more and hanging out, but I'm not going to put you on the spot with questions. We're just going to chill. It's your floor for the next couple, however long you want. What do you got coming up that we can all be like, hey, all right, let's go, Uncle Bullcow?
Yeah, so well, I've got a couple of videos out. What's up, Brandon? So
hey, buddy.
I started a new series on YouTube, and it's called Sauce Slanging, and so I'm trying to kind of have. So I did Cousin Eddie. Some people might not know him, but he's a local sauce maker. He makes barbecue sauces, but he's somebody that puts peppers. So he makes different levels of heat and flavors. He was the guy that wasn't scared to do it. He's a chili head, and it's been very good for him. He was who I did first. He's local, been really supportive, and then we did Bull City Pepper Company last week, and we had tonight. We just put it up a little while ago. Mike Palmatier, Rise and Smoke Sauce Works. So we did a little interview with him, and then
Awesome.
we got one more. We got one more. It's going to post next week, and then we're going to try to catch up with some more sauce makers in the near future. We got some stuff planned over the next couple months with that, and then we're going to also do something. I'm thinking about we might just do a dual Instagram videos, and I could put them on YouTube later or something. It's going to be the same series, but it's going to be kind of on Instagram. It's going to be called Meet Your Maker, and so we're going to have product makers come on there with us and talk, and any of you guys are welcome. You know, Midge, Midge, I already got you planned to be on there and stuff. So I'm gonna basically do something like that. It's gonna be like Meet Your Maker and have different sauce maker every week and product producers and so just try to I love hearing stories. You know what I'm saying? I love hearing people talk about different peppers, and I talk to old school guys all the time. You know what I mean? I was in Vic Klinko's basement last winter, just seeing hot sauce I haven't seen in 10 years. I'm just a complete pepper geek when it comes to this stuff. So I love hearing people's stories. I love hearing how they started out, and it's so interesting to me. And I'm just one of these people with a terrible attention span, but when it's something like that, I listen and I'm into it. So it's really good for me.
Well, yeah, even when you do
Jacob
sauce
Deathridge
reviews,
from
man, you're
Deathridge
so
Peppers.
thorough, and I enjoy watching your sauce reviews. It's like
thanks, man. Yeah,
you explain everything, and it's just like, holy shit, he's good. He knows what he's talking about.
That's my favorite. I'll be honest. That's my favorite thing now. As far as YouTube goes, I mean, I don't really care about the views that much. I in the beginning, I kind of was trying to, you know how it gets. You kind of feel like you want to get the views, but I gave up on that. I mean, it is what it is now. I had a video this week get 500 views in 24 hours, and another one get 50. So in the same 24 hours. So, but I'll say this. Yeah, I've kind of got my hands in everything a little bit. I grow peppers. I've done a couple crosses. I've scrapped, I only have one that I've kept. And I'm not a pepper breeder. I don't like it. I don't have good eyesight or a steady hand, but trying to get those little leaves off the flower before, it's just too much for me. I can't do it. But I'm not really into that side of it, but I am into growing, of course. I love growing peppers. I'm an urban gardener. I have pepper plants outside my condo, and the HOA complains, and I got them outside my work. I have to use a community shared garden, so it's kind of weird. But I grow peppers. I make hot sauce. Make challenges for a small circle of people, but I just really like all of this stuff, like the hot sauce reviews. Yeah, they're my favorite. That's my all my YouTube videos. I love the challenges. I love showing a little growing video or something like that, and pepper reviews. But the hot sauce reviews are my all-time favorite videos to make. So
Yeah, I don't know if you guys already talked about your fudge, but next time you make that, I want in on that one.
So we didn't really get in. We didn't really get into the fudge. Now I hear your fudge is legendary. So what's the deal? How spicy does that get?
It's so bad, man. So what I did was I made a batch of fudge with chili flakes in it for us to eat, right? And we loved it so much that I made one. I said, let's try it with crystals. So you don't taste the pepper, but it's hot. See what it's, just messing around. So we made it. Me and my wife ate it after Thanksgiving. So, and it was weird because that's the only time I've ever been able to kind of be equal to her. It was with crystals. For some reason, the crystals don't bother me as bad. But so we decided, I sent some samples out to like Grizzly Heat and some other people, just a little squares of it. They're like, make a challenge out of it. But then you get the guys that say, make it sweeter. Then this one says, make it hotter. So what I did was I came out with a challenge in 2021, the Hellfire Fudge Challenge. And it was 4 levels. We had a peanut butter fudge that was coated in chocolate, which had yellow pepper powder in it. Then we did like toffee caramel fudge with pepper flake and powder and maybe I think a little tincture. Then we did the 3rd level was just crystals. Then level 4 was everything. Throw everything in it. The crystals, the tincture, the powder, the flake. And so we did 4 levels. Scoville almost tapped out on it. I was surprised, man, because let me shout out to Scoville where his tolerance went from 21 to 22 is freaking insane, man. So,
Yeah.
But he had a hard time with it, but he did it. He crushed it. And he was like, this needs to be in League of Fire. So we had the fudge challenge, and everybody just bothered me for it, but of course everyone says, make it hotter. Well, last year I decided there wasn't going to be no levels, and I just made this stuff, and I had to cook it outside. I get the butter hot, put pepper flakes in the butter turns orange, then you put the crystals in the butter, activate them. It's nuts, man. It's so hot that people literally, there's only 2 people that completed it that did all 4 pieces. So, and Johnny Scoville and Roger, I think, was the other one. Yeah, Roger did all 4, but yeah, that was too much, man. I might make it this year as like a treat, like hot, but not so where I think I'm gonna go to prison for killing somebody.
You gotta be careful, man, with stuff like that. So anyway, real quick, my co-host got here, and I appreciate you guys joining us. Do you guys have any questions for Uncle Bullcow at all? Anything you want to know? Co-host?
Well,
if you don't, that's fine. Because then if you don't, we're gonna move on.
Did you talk about the peppercini sauce?
Huh?
The
Did you talk about
pepperoncini?
the peppercini sauce?
The peppercini sauce.
Yeah.
No. Did you get some of that?
I did not.
Oh man. No, that one was just you made one?
Kind of made a pepper. I got the
I made one too.
You know the In-N-Out burger?
Yeah, yes. Oh, that's right. I remember that. You made it for Paul. Yeah.
I made Paul.
That was so good, Zach. I remember that one.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, I didn't know you made a peppercini sauce.
He made a very special peppercini sauce.
Yeah, it was something. Me and Johnny were out at this hot sauce market, and he were talking about pepperoncinis, and that's what gave me the idea. So I said, how can I make it hotter and make it? I wanted to have that same color, so I went and got some pepperoncinis, and then I got Zach. You got to remember because they got them up north. They're the Maranzetti, the small peppers that are hotter than a pepperoncini. You know what I'm talking about? They say hot peppers. They just say
yeah, that's the In-N-Out peppers.
That's what In-N-Out uses.
Yeah, so those I got those pepperoncinis, and then I put some KSLS, pickled those in the juice, and then I added some yellow pepper powder to it, and that brought the heat up. And it came out phenomenal. I only made I think a dozen bottles, and it was just like just kind of something but it was on pizza, man. It was so good.
I actually still.
Oh yeah.
I actually still have Paul's pickled
Paul's
pepper sauce
pickled
right
pepper
here.
sauce. That was a good
Oh,
one.
it's
And it
beautiful.
was good. It was good.
That's such a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yeah, John, I gave one to Johnny Scoville, and he opened it up in front of me and chugged it, and was like, "That's pretty good."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right."
Yeah, that stuff is insane, man. I love those little peppers. I could just eat a whole jar of them. They're freaking killer.
Yeah.
Well, yours was the one for Papa Scoville, right?
No, that was
Or was that
somebody else.
somebody else
Maybe
did that?
was as I don't remember if it was Arthur Wayne or Zach Perkins or I don't remember. That was before my time.
I thought it was you for some reason.
No, mine was just this conversation was from me and Johnny talking about pepperoncinis and stuff. And you might see that it was filmed. Let's just say that. But you guys know. But you know, they might put that clip in there or not. Maybe, who knows? But that's where that started. And then I said, I'm going to make a sauce, man. And I was just dying to try it. So I made it, and I did send him a bottle, and he loved it. But yeah, it was a last minute thing. Yeah, the first sauce I made was the fermented version of this, the Mad Mash, and that was just a freak of nature. I literally just didn't know what I was doing. I've never fermented before, and I made it, and it came out so good. I kept making it, and then I had to make it into a non-fermented version. The rules here it's real strict. Fermented sauce, you can't use a shared commercial kitchen. You have to have your own. You have to have it locked up. You have to check it every 48 hours or something. There's all kinds of regulations on it. And so it was a big headache. And that kind of broke my spirit. That's another reason I didn't launch last year, was I had to try to get my sauces in a non-fermented way to taste similar, and I pulled it off. It took a little trial and error, but you know, because I was a big time fermenter. That's just like one of my things. And so I've still got like pounds of different fermented mashes frozen and vacuum sealed and frozen. So, but we go through it. My wife eats at least one whole bottle of hot sauce a day, and I eat probably the same. So,
all right.
We
So
love
I got a question here from Thomas. We all know who Thomas is. He's a pepper eating genius. He wants to know about the Goldfish Challenge.
Oh my God, that's another one that I got scared and told everybody not to do it, and I'm afraid. So basically, Sundance 270, he posted on Facebook, "Who's gonna make the world's hottest goldfish?" And you know me, man, I like to fight and get involved in things. So I said I'll take the challenge, you know. So there I was, and I put my foot in my mouth. And I know already if I'm going to say it's the world's hottest goldfish, it's going to be. So I was like, they're so small, though. And then he says, no, they got megabytes. And I'm like, what? And they have these bigger goldfish now. So I was like debating. I said, well, I said I was going to make it. And I go to the store. Within 48 hours, I'm at the grocery store, grocery shopping, and there they were, megabytes, this big thing of them. So I bought them, and then I wanted to try one, like to eat it just plain, you know. So I opened it, and I'm like, man, they're gonna go stale. Now I have to make it. So what I did was I took this tincture I've had sitting for about a year and a half. It's got all kinds of super hots. It's got crystals in it and everything. And I took and tossed it in the 16 mil tincture, and then took it out and then put it in pepper powder, and then I dehydrated it to dry them out and stuff. And I don't know. I just had a tooth pulled. I had an infection, so my mouth was super sensitive. But man, it got me in the gums so bad that I ate one on Instagram Live, just one goldfish, and I instantly messaged everybody, said, "Hey guys, I don't think you want to do this," and you know. But so Thomas did it. He handled it like a champ. He did the whole challenge, and 270 Sundance did it, and he only had 3 little goldfish left, but he ran for the bathroom. Yeah, it's really bad. There's a couple. I don't have them. I sent them all to him, but there's a couple out there still. There's some people that haven't done it yet, but it's a rough one.
Do you have any left?
No. Sundance has 2 bags. If anybody feels brave enough, you can ask him for them. He might give them up. After what happened to him, yeah, he might just say, "Here, take it."
I got a
All
question
right, ladies
for
and
ya.
gentlemen, we are at the 45-minute mark. That means we got about 15 minutes left to really get into doing something spicy if we wanted to tonight. I know I had something planned spicy to do. Uncle Bullcow, you are our guest. Therefore, you're not required to do anything spicy, but if you so happen to want to join us, you're always more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'm on an
Brandon
empty
Collins,
stomach, but I'll still burn.
hell yeah. Brandon Honeyboy Collins, I know you're having stomach issues. You said you were gonna do something, not gonna do it. Okay. And Mitch, what's up, buddy? All right. So,
Nope, I did. I ate 13 peppers earlier. I'm good.
all right.
What do you
so
got,
Mitch
Zach?
and huh?
Get that lollipop, Zach?
Yes.
Hell yeah, the death pop.
What kind of sorcery is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is called here. Let me just show everybody real quick.
Whoa.
I've been waiting for him to do this one.
Where'd you get that? I've never seen that before.
I've seen a
Okay,
couple
so
people on
my-
Instagram that have it.
Yeah, it's kind of an Instagram thing. So this video will probably be going up on Instagram in a little bit. But this is actually called the Death Pop, and it claims to be the world's hottest lollipop.
So, with the caveat of that, Zach, I know you've done the Harvest
Yeah.
912 Maddie's Cowlick Challenge. I want to know, after you're done with this one, how they compare.
Okay, that's exactly what I was going to say next. Is that I've taken on so this one before we go any further. Let me just let everybody know that this one ranks in at 10 million Scoville units. Hold on.
Get a little
What the
lag.
hell?
My camera's all messing up. Give me 1 second, guys.
Get a little lag there, Zach.
Well-
Freezing up again.
Do I have any lollipops? No. I guess I got pods, but I'll do maybe I'll do a couple of these.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
super
do a-
busy right now. I'm on like a hiatus for like the next month or two.
Brandon, what were you gonna ask me, bud? I know he
Oh yeah. Besides pepper eating, do you have any other hobbies?
Well, I don't know. Not really. I grow peppers and make hot sauce, and I mean, I was a chef for 20 years, so I was stuck in kitchens. I work in an office now, but I still got the cook in me. So, I mean, I go fishing and then normal stuff like that. But Chili's is that's my thing.
Yeah.
It's my main hobby. I've grown peppers my whole life.
That's good, man. I love to go fishing.
Yeah, I love fishing, man.
right.
That's been my thing since I was a youngin'.
There you go.
I apologize, everybody. I don't know what happened there. I need to go grab a phone cord. I think that's what's happening. My phone is kind of dying slowly. So let me go grab a phone cord, and I'll be right back. So I apologize for that, whoever's watching. Uncle Bullcow, what do you got going on again? I missed it. I heard you talk about what you
I've got pods. I'm on an empty stomach, but I've got pods. But since you're doing a lollipop, I might do some 7-Pot Primo watermelons so that I can.
Those are so
I
good.
remember those, bro.
Yeah, so I might do some of these.
Those are
And this one,
tasty.
actually, Johnny gave me a bag, and I went through them. Yes, so that bag is gone. This bag is from Casually Roasting. He sent this to me to train for the drugger battle we did with him and Never Better Club and Sundance. We all did the drugger battle. I lasted, I think, 20 minutes, and then I was done after that. But he gave me these to train, but I already had a bag open from Johnny, so I still have some. So thank you, Casually Roasting, for these. They came in handy.
So good, man.
Yeah, these things are awesome. I was down at Blazing Foods when they made them. Well, not when they made them, but right after they came out with them. I don't know if they were out yet, but Johnny said here, and I was like, whoa. I said, those are freaking amazing. Yeah, they get me burning pretty good. I got a low tolerance, but
yeah, they got some pretty good heat to them.
All right. So, as I was saying before, because I want to join you in a burn. I don't want you to burn alone. So at the same time you plop that in your mouth, I'm just going to go ahead and plop this Death Pot in my mouth.
All right, let's do it, guys. The death pop. Goot
And
is
the
going
7
hard.
pot water. Hey, those 7 pot Primo watermelon candies aren't no bitch, man.
Those things are hot.
No, I know that's right.
Ooh, that looks hot.
Look at that.
Wow,
It looks
Like-
hot
that's
enough.
different.
Mm.
It's like
So are there
death
any
has no
rules on
smell.
that, Zach?
Huh?
Are there any rules associated with that
It
challenge?
just says see how long you can go with it, eating it. It doesn't say you have to keep it in your mouth. It just says how much of this lollipop can you eat? This is 10 million.
All right,
I've
guys.
only done a 16. You ready, buddy?
The KU Detta boys in the building. Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo! It's been a while since I ate one of these. Man,
I'm kind of glad I'm like taking a break right now.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. This tastes just like cinnamon, and I kind of like it.
wow. Okay.
I'm not even going to lie to y'all. This is supposed to be 10 million Scoville heat units, and I'm enjoying this. It's hot as fuck.
It's hot as fuck.
It's hot as fuck. But, oh, man. Oh, wait. It's hitting me different now. Woo!
Keep sucking.
Oh,
That's what she said.
oh, my God. 10 million Scoville heat units on this lollipop. It's going around my entire mouth.
Put it in your mouth. Hold it in there.
Is it in your esophagus yet?
I don't have to hold it in my mouth, Midge. Oh! How's those?
Did you try- hey.
Primos?
They're good, man. It's burning me more than what I don't know, man. I got sick in February. My tolerance dropped. Then I had an infection, and I had to get the tooth pulled, and everything burned me worse. And I've never gotten back to where I was. So my tolerance don't ever go up. It's went down, but I've never, no matter how much I eat, it doesn't go up. It's just if I do something and can do it, like if I do this, the first time I said, "Oh, I did
Those
it,"
are
and it
good.
wasn't that bad. So I'll do 2 the next time.
Those are good. Yeah,
So-
yeah. I did.
Yeah,
both,
Brandon, that's that second one. So the
2.0,
Devil's Eat
yeah.
2, bro. I watched you guys doing it, and so listen, it was on we had the YouTube on the TV. It's where I watch most of it. That's why if you guys anyone out there watching, if I don't comment on your freaking videos, it's because I'm watching it on the TV and it won't let me. But anyways, so I did it before, right? Like back in, I don't know when it was. It was in the wintertime before it was a League of Fire challenge. And, I remember it being hot, but I bought 2 more bags of the 2. And I told my wife, I said, I'm doing 2 of them this time. And we were watching you guys do it. And I think you did it. Well, there was 2 videos. Wasn't one with Jared?
Me and Chris Vergaley did it together, and we went back to back with ours.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you and Chris were doing it, and she walked by, my wife looked at you on the TV, and she looked at me and said, "You ain't doing 2 bags." And she's like, "He's lit right now," and I was like,
Yeah, that second
"But I
bag
did."
was significantly hotter than the 1.0 or whatever. It
Yeah,
got
bro.
me in the second one. I was like, yeah, I think we
And
can do 2 and do one right after the other. But yeah, I barely made it through that second bag.
Well, it's just like what me and him are doing now. Okay, when you cook in any kind of hard candy, which the 2 is a hard candy shell. It's like a candy apple, cinnamon
Yeah,
candy
yeah.
apple. When you cook powder in hard candy, it intensifies and stretches it so much. That's why you won't get cramps from those. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that thing. So I attempted to. Right? I was like, I told my wife, "Nah, I can handle it." Bro, I barely got through one, and I already did it before.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this is torture. So yeah, and then I still had the other bag. I finally did it like about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks. But
Yeah, that's a
I
pretty
did
good
this one
challenge,
last.
man.
I did this one last night, so I did this no problem a couple of times before. But last night I did it, and it didn't destroy me, but it definitely was hotter than I remember.
How was the
Tastes
heat on
better
that
though. I like it.
Compared to the Maddie's cowlick, Zach?
Not as hot.
No.
Not as hot. Okay,
No.
I did the prototype of the Maddie's hot cowlick. I did it on Nuke, but I only did it 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, that one's pretty hot. Yeah, Maddie's. It's the 16 mil.
Did you guys do that? Have you guys done the drugger pops yet? From,
No, I
Insanity?
want to, but man, that just because I want it because it looks, the lollipop looks so pretty. You know what I mean?
They taste great.
They look really good. Like the
Yeah,
whole
you gotta get them.
presentation of it look amazing. So that's the only reason why I want to try it.
Go! You gotta go do a drugger with all you guys, man. They're dirt cheap. Like the shipping. Listen, I bought Mrs. Bullcow. It's still in the fridge. The Pure Insanity ×2, the Four Horsemen. I got the Helheim Fudge, and then I got the drugger, and all of that. The shipping from Sweden was only like, I don't know, $20 or something. So it was cheap. The shipping, everything came in.
Get together and do that, guys.
Yeah, but that lollipop is so freaking tasty. But when you get down after 20 minutes is when you get down to where it's straight powder, and that's when you it matters how much you're sucking on it. But it took me about 10 minutes before I really got burnt a little bit. Then 15, I was like, okay, this is getting crazy. 20 minutes, I tapped out. But it's a good one. It's really good. And the lollipops are dirt cheap for how much powder's in them.
That sounds fun, huh, Eric?
No.
Holy shit. That's a hot ass lollipop, though.
You think you could finish that whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say Spicy Cam would finish the whole thing.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
It probably
cut out
wouldn't
and come back in.
be real, but
It's good, guys. Yeah, you know, we don't have no kids tonight, so me and the wifey, we decided to go out to have a little date night. We don't get to do that very often. That's why I was late.
Now, just because I can do this doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
Never Better Club.
What's up, Never Better Club? I don't know.
Better Club.
I got a 10 million Scoville heat unit death pop here that I've been kind of sucking on. Uncle Bullcow's been eating some 7-pot Primo watermelon candies. My nose is running. My eyes are tearing as well. This is very hot.
Oh, yeah, you're tearing up good.
This is a very, very hot lollipop.
Nice.
Holy crap, dude. Look at me. I'm crying, dude. Shout out Never Better Club. What's up? Shout out to Dave. What's up? It is hot, Dave. It is very hot. And you're probably wondering why the fuck do I keep putting it in my mouth?
I know. I'm done for now. Yeah, I'm on a completely empty stomach. So I did a 1-chip challenge earlier. I ate some hot peppers, and I said I'm fine. But it was about 4:30. I was at work, and I got a nice gut bomb. And man, I didn't have much. I had a cup of coffee, and I said I'm good. And then it hit me again, and I was like, so yeah, I wasn't sure what I was going to do tonight. I could have done this. I could have done this here and got my title back from the Chili Cuber, but I decided to let him stay there for a day. I'll wait till.
Yeah, I think David's right. It gets worse when you stop.
Yeah, exactly. He's wrecked.
I like
there's
watching
still so
that.
much lollipop left.
He's wrecked. Oh, that reminds me. We have the best video of him laying on the floor in his bathroom eating fucking potato salad. He's like, that fucking wrecks me.
Thank you.
I'll be taking my potato salad in the bathroom tonight, dear.
That fucking wrecked me, and he takes a bite.
My entire mouth is on fire. Holy shit!
Hot spot, bud.
You think it's a little bit milder than the cowlick?
No.
So now that you've had that in your mouth for a while, is it still hotter than is the cowlick still hotter?
I think the cowlick's pretty hot. We have to understand the cowlick is 16 million. This one's only 10 million.
Yeah. The 16 mil hits different.
But 10 million ain't nothing to fuck with either.
Hold on, let me tell you guys. Hold on, I'm coming right back.
That doesn't mean it's 10 million, though. They might have 10 million extract in there and put like one drop. So they say it's 10 million.
In your opinion, how many million is it?
I mean,
about 10 million.
Look of it, it's fucking 10 million.
I'm saying it's about 10 million. What you got there, buddy?
Oh, is that just crystals?
That's a big canister. Yeah, that thing's huge, man.
That's too much.
I think it was 200 grams or something like that. It's about halfway full still. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, that's too much. I've never even messed with that stuff. It's just too much.
Oh my god! I'm gonna say something in its defense. If you're making something sweet and you want some heat, but you don't feel like having pepper flavor in it, it's good. It's even good. You can put it in spaghetti sauce. Anything. It's really good. I like it. I like the burn from crystals, but I don't like what it does to my stomach. And I don't purge, so that's why I'm like, yeah, it's good in small amounts, you know?
Yeah, I've done a few 16 mil challenges in my life, and I've always regretted every one of them.
Yeah.
I'm really high right now.
I can see that.
Yeah, man.
I feel like I'm drunk. But I'm not drunk.
Anna, get Anna. Where's Anna? Anna's acting goofy. Zach, we're gonna get you through this next 48 hours, bud. Don't worry.
I remember not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. Cap Crew made the 12 Days of Christmas box. I think it was after Christmas, and
cheese,
the fucking cheese, man.
Yeah,
I did that. I took a bite of the cheese, and I was like, "Damn, this is the first time I had Brandon Joy cheese." And I was like, "What the fuck is crunchy?" And Jared comments, "I don't think he knows that he just ate 16 million." Then, boom, the heat hit me. I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "I'm not eating that whole piece of cheese." Everybody else is like popping the whole piece in their mouth. I wanted to see what it tasted like first, and that shit was hot. Damn, it killed 16 million. 16 million cheese.
I don't like it. I don't think I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I just ate a pot on top of that. The 7-pot Primo candy was coming down, and I ate a pepper, and it ramped it back up. The juice from it. Oh my god!
Classic chili head maneuver.
That's how I was earlier when after I ate those peppers. I wasn't too bad that I had some Lactaid fake milk and then some almond milk, and it just like made it hotter than it originally was.
I'll show you guys a cool pepper. This thing here it's so unstable, but I've grown it for a few years. See, it's got purple on it.
Looks good.
It's peach with purple. So this is the peach boot golden boot, pink tiger. Justin White crossed this thing, and it's so unstable that I had 2 plants last year, and then I saved seeds and had 2 plants this year, and they're exactly the same. One of them, the pods will not ripen. They're purple and green underneath, and they taste unripe, and they will stay on the plant until they rot and fall off. They will never change color. The other ones were purple with dark orange last year. This year, they're purple with peach. And people get red variants. Somebody's got a burgundy one. They're beautiful this year, but it's so unstable. No one's been able to stabilize it. I gave it a shot for 2 years, and kind of at this point, I don't know if I'll grow it again. But it's super hot. We had some people say it's the hottest boot they've ever had. But yeah, I just had a couple sitting here. I figured I'd show you guys some really unstable. This is another one. This is my super gross, and it threw some red pods. 4 different color variants. 4 plants, all different colors, all of them. Completely unstable. Wow.
Yeah, that's why I don't cross plants and stuff like that or pretend like I
don't.
I'll just get frustrated.
Oh, let me show you guys the pepper that
Hey, chew that lollipop up to show dominance.
Woo! I'm burning hard. So I got my first. This is my first ODB of the year that's ripened. This year is. Last year, Dr. Duckbutter had sent me these. They're orange dragon's breath. They're isolated seeds. It's not a cross. It's just a plant through orange pods. I took a little bite on a live, a little tiny bite. I went into panic mode. I said it's the hottest bite, and I called Mrs. Bullcow in for a second opinion. She got wrecked off it. She got a little bite. She got calf cramps. Was in the middle. I mean, she was screaming. It took us 3 days to eat that one pepper. I seen Johnny. I give it to Johnny. He takes one little bite. He's like, "Are you saving the seeds? Here, take it." Then he put it in his pocket. So something really weird went on with this pepper when it threw that variant. It's way hotter than a red dragon breath. But Thomas just ate one, and he said, "You know what, Uncle Bullcow, you weren't lying." So something really weird is the hottest pod that we ate in 2022. Blew away pre-Matali, any of that. So yeah, I just figured I'd show you guys. It's something cool. I got a couple seeds from last year still in it, so I might grow it again. I got I don't want to eat this. This is a big black mama. It's the first ripe one I've got. I might review it tomorrow. I don't know, man. I'm terrible with pods.
Good job, Zach.
Oh man, my mouth's burning hard. Going back at it? You're going hard still?
Chew it up to show dominance.
It's already it's already in my stomach, man. I could tell if I was to chew this up, I'd be in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you definitely would.
I have been defeated by the death pop.
That's all right. Save it for another time.
Good job, bud.
Good job, man.
Maybe I'll whip it out one more time later on.
Ooh.
Yeah. When I got the prototype for the cowlick, I said I wasn't prepped. I said I'm not going to do this, but I was on Nuke with the guys. They were so interested in it, and no one tried it yet. And I said I'll give it 5-10 minutes. I don't remember. It wasn't that long, but I kept it. My mouth tasted it. Explain the flavor and the heat, but I kept that thing, and then I'd be on a live with the bag, put it in my mouth for a little bit. So yeah, man, anytime you get something that's too much, enjoy it. Don't throw it out.
I'll tell you what, it gave me a hell of an endorphin dump.
Yeah, you look like it, man.
Hell of an endorphin dump. I will say this, although it may not be hotter than the cowlick, I personally say it tastes better than the cowlick.
Okay.
This actually has more of a cinnamon candy taste to it than the cowlick did.
Hey, have any of you guys tried the ice cream sandwich yet?
No.
You tried one?
Oh, the freeze-dried one? No.
Oh my God, they're so good, man. They're so good. They're not too bad. There's no extract.
I have this one.
Oh, I don't know if I want to touch that or not.
I have this one. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I did that.
If anybody has a death pop out there waiting on doing it, I will let you know it is a hell of a lollipop. I would say if I was to push and want to spend hours in the bathroom, I could finish this pop. I don't feel like doing that tonight. I just don't.
Right.
Maybe I'll pull it out again at a later date. It's actually doable for a chili head. I will say it's gonna cause stomach cramps. I can already feel it in my tummy. You know what? Fuck it. Let's show dominance.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. Oh, you're a freaking nut job, man.
Oh man, chew it up good,
Dude
bro.
just ate this whole lollipop, man. It was a 10 million Scoville. It was wrecking him already from sucking on it. He just chewed it up.
Oh yeah, Zach. Hey, good on you, dude. I'm glad you did that.
You didn't close my window, did you? Oh, go open the curtain so I can get You're nuts, man. You're crazy.
Now Ozzy's gonna come in and get that stick.
Bro, I'm getting cramps just looking at him.
Hey, Mitch.
He's drooling. Yeah, endorphin dump too, loading.
Did you come back down here?
How was that? How was that good?
Chaz Walker, just walk her up there. Walk with her. Chaz, walk with her up there. Please.
Oh God.
Can you walk her?
You look a little panicky there, bud.
Correct.
You dominated it.
You killed it, man. You have to have a good old goop boot after this.
Look at that. No reaction either.
No reaction.
No reaction.
Spice King Cam ain't got shit on Zach.
That's right. Do you guys got any one chips left?
No, Zach sent me one and we already did it.
I got one. I got one or two. I think I'm all done with them.
I'm scared though. I heard they kill people.
Oh my God. They people drinking gallons of water, man. That stuff is it'll kill you quick. Throw your electrolytes off, your sodium off.
Oh yeah.
So
did you ever hear about that? It was years ago out here. They had a competition radio station to see who could drink the most water without going pee the longest or whatever. And this lady I worked with did it was for Xbox or something like that. Xbox first came out or something. And a lady died because she drank so much water. I forget what they call it. But she was trying to win it for her kids, right? And the lady that I worked with won, and like everybody, she was like, "Fuck yeah, I won!" Blah 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 blah. Like the least you could have done was gave that Xbox to the kids that lost their mom, and she didn't. She's like, "No, I won this fair and square." I'm like, "Damn, lady,
damn,
you're fucked up." But yeah, the lady actually died from drinking too much water, man. I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, I think that if that kid truly drank what they said, 4 or 5 gallons of water, I think that's probably what killed him, if that's the case. And you want to know what? Yeah. Here's the thing: is the public is so uneducated, and medical personnel is so uneducated on what to do for cat cramps that they're giving people, people that are going to the ER with severe cramps, they're giving them like Pedialyte or water, no food, not even milk. They're giving them Pedialyte water. Some of them, they're putting them on an IV, and I'm thinking to myself, that's torture. Can you imagine having calf cramps, not knowing what to do? We know what to do. Chug some cream, some milk, whatever you got to do. But they're like, yeah, puke, whatever. But they're just literally like, you got to drink water, and it's just making it worse. I mean, it's torture. And so this is what the medical world is not experienced in it. And this is the problem. The problem is these experts that don't like spicy food are the ones that are putting out these articles. The one video I posted, I told people last year they were coming after that chip. The lady compared it to fentanyl, the one chip.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then the doctor said that people are having cramps for 2 days. And I said, no, I don't care who you are. You're not having 2-day calf cramps at all.
Yeah.
He's a medical professional. He's bothering me about
hey.
whatever. I don't care.
Hey, Never Better Club. Don't worry, I'm a professional.
Say, I had gas for 2 days after eating a Mikey V's gator
I'm a
toe salad.
That's right,
baby.
Thomas. Yeah, that's right, Thomas.
You gotta keep it down, man.
Yeah,
You gotta keep it down, baby.
That's Never Better Club's about.
That's what Never Better Club's about. You gotta keep it down, baby. Woo! Cookie crisp. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, these shows are designed to last an hour. This one, because I'm stupid and kept going, and because Uncle Bullcow wanted to keep burning, and we had stuff to talk about, and you lovely folks want to keep hanging out, we're going over an hour tonight, baby boy. I want to thank everybody who's still joining us. If anybody has any questions or anything they want to talk about in the comment section, we'll be here for at least the next 5-10 minutes while I burn this out.
That's right.
Because I'm still burning. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm at a good solid 4 still.
Woo! Yeah, he's lit, man.
Ooh, what's up, Devin? Devin Brown in the house. She's concerned for my night. That makes 2 of us. Never Better Club. That makes 2 of us. Look at this. I really chomped down on that son bitch, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I'm proud of you, bud.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Death Pop. Brought to you by.
I knew you had it in you.
Brought to you by some random company. I couldn't even promote them if I wanted to. Their company is not on the packaging.
Oh, that's
wow.
You can find it on Amazon. And it's definitely a scorcher. My nose is still running. I mean, it's 10 million Scoville heat units in a lollipop. It's definitely Scoville. It's a Scoville slammer for sure. Later on tonight, I will be up with some wicked cramps. I know for sure. I've done candy before like this, and it always comes back and haunts you about an hour later. Takes a minute for it to really dissolve in your stomach. Duck Butter!
Is he in the building?
What's up, baby boy?
There he is. Oh, Duck Butter! Duck Butter, look what I got! The first ripe one, baby.
Oops! Oh shit! Hold on, Uncle Bullcow. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Show him again.
All right, Dr. Duck Butter, the first ODB ripe. Yes, sir. Look at that bad boy. Yep. So the plant.
That's what I meant to do.
Yeah, the plant was I put them in the garden, and the sun just did everything. They were tiny, and I put it in a 1-gallon pot and just left it, and it finally got some positive. I didn't take care of it how I should have, but I just wanted 1 pod, and I wanted Mrs. Bullcow to try one. And I was talking to Dr. Duck Butter about it, and he was gonna send me some. But I was like, I got one ripened, and I went today, and it was perfectly ripe. So Mrs. Bullcow is gonna get into this tomorrow, and she's gonna let us know if it's as hot as last year. Really, a lot of potential with this. And not all pods go hotter orange when they go from red, but some do. I think a orange ghost to me is a lot hotter than a red ghost. So
Yeah.
we think that this followed that path. This is hotter than way hotter than a red dragon's breath. So yeah, it's something that something that I would like. Duck butter, dry some out and send it off for testing. I think it's only $40 now. Is it the Chili Institute? I would love to see the tests on that pepper just to see what it comes back as. It's not a mustard and it's not a chocolate, so I think it'll test stupid high. You guys see the new? Did you guys see the new Experience sauce that came out yesterday?
90% pepper.
I'm a sucker. I ordered it. I just have to, I have to try it. But
it's gonna be pepper forward, I bet.
Hey,
but it's got
pepper mash.
I respect everything Pepper Company does, but when they make a sauce like that, it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out. It matters how much distillate they put in it. If they only put a little bit of distillate, and it's powder. So if it's Pepper X powder and mash, then it would taste like the red label, the hotter Gator. But if they put distillate to make it hotter, and if they do it right, I think it'll be good. I like the Gator sauce because I like sauces that are just straight pepper like that. I don't know. I'm weird, but my wife used to like them. Now she likes a little more flavor. So,
you should get some pepper fuego sauces. Have you ever had those?
I tried some of Fuego's stuff. I think one that had like coconut oil or coconut milk or something, or avocado oil, something weird, a while back. It's been a while though since I've had a Fuego.
Yeah, he makes just straight Reaper sauces that have he's got a 10% up to a 90%. So it's 90% Reapers.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember ordering Reaper Squeeze and thinking it was gonna be good, and it tasted like shit.
I got a bottle here. I haven't had it in a while, so I bought another one. I bought it like a year ago in a deal, and
not good.
I wanted to try it. I wanted to try it again. I don't like Carolina Reapers. I don't mind the powder, but as far as fresh, it's one of the worst peppers I've ever had. I don't care for the taste of it.
I don't like it either. Yeah. Dave's heading out. It's getting kind of late around here, guys. Good night, Dave. Don't worry, Dave. We're all getting ready to head out here too. First of all, I want to very much thank our guest, Uncle Bullcow, for taking the time out of his Friday night to join us and get to know a little bit more about him, and also to burn with him. It's always an honor and a pleasure to burn with fellow chili heads. I want to thank Midge and Brandon for making it onto the show. I appreciate you guys getting on here and doing it. And I want to thank everybody in the chat, every single person who joined us tonight in the chat. I want to thank you guys so very much. Hey, Brandon, did we ever get Sip Chomper? Did we ever get him something? Who was that last week?
Yeah, the Death Nut 3.0.
You got with him on that? Yep. All right, let's do tonight's giveaway. Tonight's giveaway is going to go to Thomas here. Our buddy Thomas, thank you all for joining us. We're going to be giving away a nice giveaway, Thomas. Thomas, it's going to be a couple weeks before you get the giveaway, but I'm going to be giving you a bottle of my new tank coming out called Stinger. It's going to include...
Hell yeah.
It's going to include a aged scorpion tincture right here, and also a scorpion tail and a scorpion stinger. And I'm going to put your name down on the list of people that's going to get the Stinger tank. Congratulations, Thomas, and we appreciate you always watching and joining us. Thank you, everybody.
That tincture is going to be brutal because I know what peppers you put in it. Okay. And I made one with most or half of those same peppers a couple years ago. It was my first tink ever, and it was freaking nuts. So I know I seen what you did. I seen what you did, man.
Yeah. You're welcome, Thomas. We we appreciate you for sticking around and hanging out with us tonight. We do give giveaways here on the Texas Hotspot, or we try to every week, just to give back to the community. Like I said, Thomas, I'll add your name to the list. You'll be getting a bottle of Stinger when it's released. All right, we're heading out here, guys. Thank you once again, Uncle Bullcow. We look forward to seeing you doing stuff.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. And everybody, as you know the drill. We'll catch you on the
flip side.
On the flip side, baby. See you later.